In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your ball joint on your Kia Soul. It's located behind your front wheel. I'm going to use a 21mm socket, take off the front wheel. All right, you're going to use a 14mm socket to undo the ball joint bolt. All right, we heated up the knuckle to free up this bolt. We did not heat up the bolt. We don't want to break off that bolt. All right, so I'm using a 14mm ratchet wrench because there is a stopper for the steering on this car on the knuckle that's in the way if you use a ratchet after a while. So you want to switch to a ratchet wrench. And then I'm using a trim tool to pull the head away and out of the ball joint bracket, and that seems to work out. All right, I'm going to try to split this knuckle a little bit, open it up. Use a pickle fork and a pry bar and work the ball joint out of the knuckle. There we go. All right, it's time to remove our snap ring so we can get the ball joint out. I'm going to start with punches. This one does not have holes on the top. I'll show you in the new one. As you can see with the new ring, it's got the place for the tool to go in to separate that and get it on, but this stock one does not have that. So we have to use a punch and some screwdrivers. Once you get an end started, you can work your way around. Once that's released, we can get the ball joint out. So here's our snap ring. So here we are using our ball joint press to get that ball joint out. There we are. And there we have it. All right, so now we're just going to clean out the surface so your ball joint slides in a little easier. Don't have rust in there. Now we're going to use a ball joint press to press in our ball joint. Do a little bit more just for good measure. Okay, now I'm going to remove our press. Make sure you have a good hand on it. You don't want it to go flying. So now we're ready to put our snap ring in. You're going to want to use snap ring pliers. You're going to put your snap ring over your ball joint. Find which plier works best. You're going to separate it out and push it down at the same time. All right, we're almost there. Just gonna tap it down a little bit. There we go. We are gonna get our ball joint lined up and in where it belongs. All right, if you're finding that your ball joint's having a hard time getting in, you can use your ball joint press, part of the press on the control arm, so you're not hitting the ball joint when you hit it, and you just tap it up with a rubber mallet. All right, so now we're ready to push our bolt through. All right, I was having trouble getting my ball joint to stay in enough to get the bolt through, so I'm using some assistance, propping it up, keeping it where it belongs, and now my bolt goes right through. We are torquing this to 52 foot-pounds. All right, now that everything's torqued, we're going to remove our prop here. All right, we're going to put our wheel back on. Start our lug nuts. Use a 21mm socket. You're going to snug these down in a star-like pattern. Now that we have the vehicle on the ground, we are going to torque our wheels to 80 foot-pounds with a 21mm socket. We're going to do this in a star-like pattern, and then we're going to check it again. Now you're going to want to take your vehicle down to your local alignment shop to get it aligned.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.